team shot 27% from three. Nick, are you worried?
Listen, man, I know you have a tough job because Wild's wearing two hats. He is the person that sets up the show, the de facto host, and the clown. But you're not supposed to be the clown while you're being the host. So what's the question? How worried am I about the Lakers?
Are you worried yet?
Okay. Guys, I'm not worried. I'm just sad.
Oh!
I'm sad
Nice way to put it. Nice way to
that the Lakers have squandered a window that should have been championship contention over the last few years. The timeline just quickly is, before the pandemic, they have the best record in basketball. After the pandemic, during the pandemic, I should say, they run roughshod through the playoffs in the bubble. I know that it's, neutral site, no home, no road, run roughshod over everybody. The next year, they run it back. They have the second best record in the whole league until Solomon Hill does his, trapeze artist act into LeBron's ankle. That season goes to hell. And then last year, they decided to blow it all up, and that season was a disaster. Instead of just running it back with the team that had won a title and had the best record in basketball. And this year they doubled down on stupid. And so now that's done with.
Yeah.
And I'm also sad about what you mentioned.
What did I do?
No. that LeBron couldn't do it last night. It's not that he didn't want to. I think LeBron, that game meant something to him. I think LeBron is now at a spot where when he has it, I still think he's a top 3 player in the league. When he has it. The best version of LeBron is still, I think only Giannis is clearly better. But that's not on demand. And there are certain nights where it's nowhere close to be found. He was awful last night. He was awful. They could have won that game. They were up in the second half. He was awful. So all that makes me sad. And it also makes me sad, lastly, Brew, that when the management finally recognizes that this team is broken, it might be too late. 0-4 might be too late. But 2-8 will be, and that's a couple weeks away.
Well, Nick, I got good news for you.
Oh, good.
This is going to cheer you up. I didn't know you were going to say you're so sad. I knew you were going to say you're worried, but this will cheer you up. Now, first, let me set it up. Only 2 teams in the last decade, Wilds, have made the playoffs after an 0-4 start. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know the 2 teams? Let's see the graphic, Dusty.
Oh, no.
Look who they have on the 2 teams.
What great.
Russell Westbrook.
What a graphic.
It couldn't be a better graphic, Nick. This should cheer you up for the rest of the week. The Thunder, the Wizards, and the Lakers. So you can't trade Russ. You're yelling, trade Russ.
What a graphic.
Trade Russ. You better keep him so you can make the playoffs. And then with LeBron and AD, you get in. Hey.
Okay.
Puncher's
Can
chance.
we be serious?
That graphic, that's facts. You know I drop nothing but facts.
That's true.
All right? That's what that is.
Okay. All right, I don't feel better. I don't feel any better because of that.
Did last night, see, the graphic.
Can I say one other thing?
The graphic, go ahead.
Because I don't want us to move on and me not be able to do it. Jokic was sensational.
My goodness,
Jokic,
we are really in a rough spot in this show.
I gotta be.
He was the best
player on the court.
By
he was the best player on the court last night.
Right, exactly.
Who
knew? Who knew?
Okay, back-to-back MVP. But last night he was sensational, and he did what I thought LeBron was going to do, which is whenever the game was in question, take hold of it and make sure it wouldn't be in question. I give him massive credit for that. But the Lakers are screwed, guys. There's no fixing it.
What last night did show, Nick, I don't know that this will cheer you up, and that graphic showed, but last night as well, Russell Westbrook is not
the sole
only
problem.
Right.
No, of course.
He's not been good. We all know he doesn't fit, right? We said that from the fact that when it was a rumor that they might go for Westbrook, we all said, what? That's ridiculous. He won't fit. That's true. However, he has taken far too much criticism.
Yeah, let's give some of that to Beverly, who was awful for his 4th straight game.
But Beverly is what he is.
Okay.
All right?
Someone
Let's give some of that to AD. How about that?
Yeah.
Because AD is struggling just to get through these games.
I will give you a happy moment from AD. I pulled 2 AD shots, and one is great, one not so great. Here's the great one. Joker's giving him a 3. And you know what he says, bro? I don't want the 3. I want to get a little bit closer to the basket, Joker. I'm shooting 18% from three.
Yes.
Problem is,
which is what he shot
shortly
last year.
thereafter, he gets this one, and he's like, I am too wide open. I can't. They're like,
You can't
go ahead,
pass
shoot
that
it.
up.
I
Look
think
at
he's
Joker,
supposed to shoot it.
Oh, can I tell you? Yeah. He's not. Even if he is supposed to shoot it, you just can't. Just stop shooting.
I'm not mad at Anthony Davis
at all.
I've just come to accept.
So you just think his body?
No, I just think. Listen, I think Anthony Davis flirted with being an all-timer and had some all-time moments and an all-time profile going into the league from what he did at Kentucky and what he did by year 3 being a top 3 MVP candidate.
And officially,
but
I think erroneously, but officially
top
he
75
is top
player.
75.
Top 75. But I'm talking about a higher pantheon than top 75. I'm talking about he looked like a guy who could be in the conversation that Giannis is in. And in fact, if we just go back to the bubble year, 3 seasons ago, that conversation wasn't a conversation. It was, Giannis has won the MVPs, but obviously you'd rather have Anthony Davis. Right. Everyone agreed you'd rather have Anthony Davis. And instead, that was the pinnacle of his career. And I'm just fine with the fact now he's going to be 23, 8, and great defense. Like, he's not going...
He's not impacting games anymore. And I think it's more difficult for him to impact games in the three-point heavy era.
Sure, but he also hurt his back on a dunk. A two-handed dunk.
Right. You know a sabbatical's coming soon due to health. You could just see it. And LeBron, Nick, quickly, at times I like to see him have the ball in his hands like he used to so he can control tempo and maybe impact the game more, but he can't do it for 35 minutes anymore.
Exactly. All right, let's head to Milwaukee.
Oh, thank goodness.
Scored 43.
Oh.
Steve Nash got ejected for the first time in his coaching career, and the Nets lost. Brew, your Nets are now 1-3, and to be honest with you, this one wasn't that close.
No, wasn't what?
It wasn't
that
close. And it just wasn't.
Wait,
it just didn't
they
feel,
were up at
half. It didn't feel
half.
close. It didn't feel close.
Hang the banner.
Let's get to it.
How worried are
Because you guys think you pulled some trump card on me. Like,
how do you figure?
Brew's going to be shuffling. The Nets are 1-3. Brew ain't worried at all.
How could you not be? How could you not be?
Okay, here's why. First of all, you talk all that, they don't play defense, they can't play defense. Last night, the mighty Bucks shot 44%.
So what?
27 from 3.
Shut down Giannis.
That was due to the Nets defense. Now, I'm not saying they're a great defensive team or even a good one. I'm saying after this game, I heard them talking about defense. During the game, they played it better than they have all year. So they're improving. They're improving. They were playing the best player in the world. He went for 43. Fine.
Who could have seen that coming?
He went for 44 in 28 minutes against Houston. He's going to do that against Houston. Hey, don't make me bring up the 2021 finals, what he did. But anyway, also, I will say this. This is what it comes down to. Ben Simmons.
No,
this is what I'm not saying they definitely win the East if Ben Simmons, but I'm saying for them to have a chance to contend in the East, it all rides on the shoulders of Ben Simmons. If he gets back to just Philadelphia, Ben, forget improving. Just give me Philadelphia, Ben, Nick, when he was 16, 8, and 8
that guy's
on 55.
Gone.
I don't know.
Yes.
How can you say that after 4 games? That's why I'm optimistic.
It's after 2 years.
Because I see a little bit more. First of all, I like his demeanor at these press conferences. And on the floor, he doesn't look scared. And I know that sounds elementary.
No, but
that's what he's battling with over the last year and a half. He doesn't look scared. Nick, I think
they are not Ben Simmons.
He's in a new system. He's in a new, got a new coach, new teammates.
It doesn't matter. They're not good. They've never been good.
Stop.
The Nets have never been good.
They've never had a chance.
Brew.
They've never been healthy. They haven't been healthy.
They were healthy last year in the playoffs and they got swept.
Oh, come on. Kyrie sat out the whole year.
And it was a close sweep.
And then
it was a close sweep.
Okay, they brought Kyrie back at the end and they got swept. And you can
so
see
Kyrie was supposed to step in and be.
I don't know.
Don't
get swept.
Great.
They were the only team that get swept in the first round. Just don't get swept.
Eastern
maybe.
Conference champions.
Okay, so listen, we have no evidence whatsoever that this team can accomplish anything. Nothing. It's been 3 years together. I won't even count the first year when KD was injured. 3 years together, we have no evidence of it. No evidence. We have no evidence Nash can coach. We do have evidence that they can't be bothered to try for 48 minutes.
Stop it.
It's beneath them. And I don't want to pat myself on the back but we could all see it coming. They played their ass off in the first half, as well as they can play. And then a touch of adversity hit to start the second half. They got a few bad calls before Nash even got ejected. Show the tweet. I sent this when the Nets were up 5. Nets played really smart, connected, high-intensity basketball. Then Giannis started attacking, got a few tough whistles, and now they're just going to fold up shop. Same old next year Nets. They were up 5 when this happened. Now show what Giannis did from that moment forward.
He's great.
Great is one thing. 12 of 12 from the field in less than a half a basketball, Brew. That he was on pace there for a 75-point game on 100% from the field.
Here's
That's
the thing.
a problem. Wait, no, let me just finish real quick. The faith that you have in them, and not just you, the general basketball media, is unlike anything I've ever seen for any team. We've seen teams that haven't proven anything be anointed, like the Nets with KG and Paul Pierce, or the Lakers with Nash and Dwight. We've never seen those teams run it back for a third straight year, and once again, everyone's like, let me step on this rake.
Nick, you're not being fair. They've never been healthy, or because of the vaccination, Kyrie wasn't there. To say they gave it a full shot next year is not honest. To say they had a full shot the year before is not honest, because Harden was hurt. Then Kyrie was hurt. Then Harden's playing on half a hamstring. Like, they haven't been healthy. That's the thing.
All right, come on. Can I play the Kyrie sound and get your response to it? Because Kyrie's like alongside you.
Yeah, he is.
They're healthy. Take a listen.
So you guys keep coming in here asking me, like, what about Ben? What about Ben? And it's just, he hasn't played in 2 years. Give him a chance. You know what I mean? We stay on his stay on. I wish I could say other words because I'm from Jersey, but we stay on him.
So, Brew, 4 shots in the first quarter, 3 in the second, none in the third, none in the fourth. A little bit of like Kyrie saying, Ben, shoot it. I thought that was a positive development.
Yeah,
I liked it.
No, look, Ben Simmons is a shell of himself right now. My point is, I'm not giving up on him after 4 games. That's all I'm saying. And Nick, you know how good he was in Philly. Now, he had his flaws, but if he just becomes that,
then maybe they'll make round 2. That's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to make. You bring up they're never healthy. They weren't healthy.
That's true.
Yes, but that was a different team. I mean, if they also had James Harden lurking somewhere, I would feel differently. But that team that was devastated by injuries, and by devastated by injuries, we mean in round 2 of the playoffs, Kyrie played 4 games and Harden played the other 3. There were 0 games
on a bad
hammy. I understand, the worst hamstring injury ever. But that team's gone. And then last year's team was healthy. Kyrie is just the most, call him, eccentric player in the league, made some odd choices, but now he's going to be reliable because it's a contract year. And they added Ben Simmons, who has had 0 quality playoff moments in his career and 0 quality regular season moments in the last 2 years. That's the guy they added. They have a coach who knows he's in over his head, and the one great player they have didn't want to be there and doesn't want to be there, and you have to feel badly.
How about that one great player being a leader?
Okay,
and I believe in that's
wish
one reason I picked him,
upon a star.
because I want to see KD be a leader.
You think what do you think Luka's going to do?
Hey, Rodgers, double down.
I think KD going to
on
put
accountability.
it on. Luka going to get his.
First things first.
You think